Hello everyone, welcome back to our community. We are doing a realistic plan with me for February. I said in the last month's one that we were going to be doing it for every single month for the rest of the year. I need to be held accountable, and I also wanted to do a plan with me that was a little more realistic and not as intimidating, and things that we can actually accomplish, and a plan with me that wouldn't take like a full hour every single month where you're like, I'm not gonna do that, but something you could actually follow along, do it with me. You can download the Notion template that I made up in the description below. I'll pin it in the comments and you can follow along. So I have my laptop right here. I'm gonna be doing it with you. Let me start my screen share. I have my non-toxic candle going. We have the vibe set. Let's get to work. So let's start with a brief reflection of the last month. I am not doing this to judge myself for anything I didn't end up doing or anything like that. It's just good to like kind of take stock of what were our intentions, what did we accomplish, and like what do I want to move into this next month with. But we'll do this part really briefly. So let's hop into January 2024. My theme, is actually my theme of the year. So it might carry through every single month, but then if there's some months that I have a specific something going on where I want a specific theme, we'll deal with it then. Oh, I never ended up plugging in my why, so that's a good goal for this month. Monthly goals and to-dos. Let's just be intentional and strategic with YouTube. Check. More sit-down videos. Run consistently. I did like run. Find a new workout routine. Not really, but I did just sign up for a half marathon, so that'll be accomplished in February. And then have a running list of podcast guests, batch recordings, plan out podcasts. I definitely have the podcasts like batched up this month, so that's pretty good. Moving right along, we accomplished most of them, which is great. And then to do this month, I do love doing it this way rather than like a full year reset, because there's only 4 weeks, which is why I'm really like hell-bent on making it realistic and not like a crazy amount of goals, because it's literally only 4 weeks. But it's great because you'll kind of remember your goals throughout the next few weeks. Social media, upload 3 concept videos on YouTube, check. Secure 1 brand deal, check. And film 1 I tried it video. Did I film one yet? Yes, I did. Okay, get wedding budget. I'm not gonna check it off because we don't have the budget yet, but we did have like discussions and things in place to get the budget down by next month. So whatever, I did finish the gift registry. Didn't do a weekly workout schedule. I tried, but like, I'm not gonna give that one to myself. At least 1 run a week. Signed up for a race. Wow, guys, the plan with me is working. Relationship, 1 date night with Ethan, I did this week. Girls' night last night. Family quality time, my mom's birthday the other day. I'm obsessed with the plan with me. I hope I can get this excited about a budget with me, but we're not quite there yet. Okay, so let's go to this month. February, my intention, I'm gonna stick with be intentional. I just made this word of the year in December and I'm totally sticking with it. My why, okay. I actually like this because it's kind of an opportunity to refine it every single month. So I'm gonna think for a second. To connect with other 9-to-5 girlies who are just trying to find what works for them in wellness. That's kind of my why with content creation. And a lot of my planning does revolve around content creation, and that's like what a lot of my life kind of revolves around. So I think it's important to come back to it every 4 weeks. So if you were new and didn't like hear my whole breakdown down on how I'm doing this last month, essentially I come out with my overarching goals, no more than 5 tops, because again, it's literally 4 weeks. My goal is like to have around 3 goals, but even just having 1 is totally fine. So whatever goals I can come up with, and then the to-do list is gonna break it out into action items, because you can have a goal that's totally out of your control, but like what action items can we actually do that are in my control to get me closer to that goal? My goal for February is to start training for a half marathon. It's in May. And so 16 weeks out, it starts next week. Content to come on that. Start training for half marathon and get organized with the plan. I just want to like figure out what training plan I'm using. Am I working with a coach? All that kind of stuff this month. I think that's like a big and really strong goal. I think I'm gonna do stay consistent with filming schedule. Stay consistent with my filming schedule and stick to the plan that I come up with today as best as I can. Don't just come up with a content calendar and then like, fuck them. Oh, and promote podcast clips more. That's it. Like that's literally 3 really big things to accomplish in 4 weeks. So I'm capping myself there. And some of that could be like a mindset thing, like exude more confidence this month. It's gonna vary every single month. That's just like what it is this month for me. And if you guys just made your goals alongside with me, can you comment like one of them down below that's maybe not too personal to share on the internet so that we can connect? I'd love to hear what your goals are. So now I have it broken down into action items per segment of my life. Social media, drawing back to my original goal, it's like staying consistent with the plan and also promoting my podcast more. So I would say podcast clips on Reels and IG multiple times a week. I don't really need to, if I just say 3 times a week or 5 times a week, I'm just saying that for the sake of this. I'm not actually gonna think about how many times I'm posting. I just wanna make sure I'm not just promoting the podcast the day it comes out and then never again. I wanna make sure that like a couple times a week I'm promoting the podcast. Now let's think YouTube. I think just uploading 1 to 2 times a week, I think that's gonna be a consistent thing for me. It's just like making sure I stay consistent. And as long as I'm uploading quality content that I'm proud of, that's really all that's in my control. I think that's it, to be honest. Again, guys, remember, it's 4 weeks. We're not making our like New Year's resolutions here. What are your goals for the next 4 weeks? Anything additional you can do next month. If you know it's not realistic, don't set yourself up for failure where you're gonna go back to this and be like, oh my God, I didn't do any of that. It's 4 weeks. Okay. Personal goals, this is where I'm really gonna be doing like wedding planning. I probably could just change it to wedding planning, but I think it's also gonna be like finances, wedding planning, that kind of stuff goes in personal. So on the wedding planning note, set up meeting of parents. It's kind of brief, but like I'm very privileged and lucky that my parents are willing to help with my wedding budget, and we're just gonna get some family members together to finalize the budget. So that's like a big goal of mine for this month, to not push that off and to push for it because it's fucking awkward. So this month, there's gonna be sirens. I apologize, we're in New York City. This month, I am going to Tulum with Ethan's family. I'm so excited. So I think my goal there is to just like fully take advantage. I have time off, relax, enjoy the quality time. We really rarely get to see Ethan's sister and her husband, and so it'll be really nice, obviously, in addition to Ethan's mom and her husband. It'll just be really nice. They live in Colorado, his sister, so like take advantage of that. And oh, that's a good social media one. Maybe like come up with some fun TikTok ideas for Tulum. Sometimes I'm like, oh, perfect, I'm traveling, I'll make all this stuff. And like, I usually will vlog for YouTube, but anything else, I'm like so present that it doesn't end up happening, I feel like. So trying to think of like a financial one. I really want to start adding to these videos budget with me or doing a separate budget with me video, but I literally don't know how to budget. Like I don't understand how it comes so easily to people. I could watch people's videos all day long and then it comes to my budget and I'm like, I don't know. Comment down below if you're in the same boat. Maybe I'll do another video every month of like realistic budget with me or realistic money goal setting. I don't know. Let me know if you'd be interested. Start saving? Like, I don't know what to write. I'm just gonna, you know what? If I don't have a clear financial goal, I'm just gonna leave it for now. I'm going on a trip. Like, it's not gonna be a month of saving. We have other months of the year to do that. Health and wellness goal. I think my goal is actually pretty tangible. Just like come up with half marathon training plan. I do want to put myself out there and go on a run club run that's not the one that I started, like a legit one, like Endorphins, one of the bigger run clubs. They're really intimidating to just show up to, but I think that it'll really take my fitness and training to the next level and bring me a whole new sense of a run community. So that is one goal. Because I'm traveling this month, it might not happen, but that's fine. I would just move it into the next month and start stretching more. I kind of have not been stretching since the last time I ran a half marathon. And if I'm gonna start training, I need to start with injury prevention and like hip mobility. So gotta start stretching again. Relationships, one girl's night every single month. That's what I want. I think that's all I'm gonna put. I already know I'm having family time and date night with Ethan. Like just because I'm traveling this month, I'm gonna keep it minimum because that's like a whole week out of my life. Oh, personal one could be like career related too, like my full-time job. Get out of the apartment more during the workday. That's a big one. I need to start. That's also loose. That's just gonna be actually in February goals. And then to do this month, work from WeWork more. That is something I need to do. Upcoming events, I have my camp friend Bernie's wedding on Feb 3rd, I know. Feb 16 to 22, Tulum. And I would say that's it. Oh, like Valentine's Day, but we don't really celebrate that. Is that weird? Moving on to social media, moving right along. This part of the video is gonna be content planning. This is what I'm most excited about. So content planning, I typically head into Rella, which I do have a link below if you wanted to try out Rella for content planning. There's a free trial, so I'll link that down below. But what I've been liking to do is doing some like market research and a video idea dump, which to be honest, I've been doing a video idea dump like all the time. I'm constantly inspired. But something I've been loving to do is going to websites like Well and Good and Mind Body Green and Cosmopolitan and just seeing like what topics are trending right now in the health and wellness space, because all of these writers and editors are doing a ton of research and a ton of SEO work to figure out what topics they're gonna write about. So if it's something that's on their homepage, it's probably relevant, searchable, all of the things, and it just gives me, the titles give me ideas for videos all the time. So, oh, that's another goal. So I'll do a quick scroll on Well and Good, Mind Body Green, all the sites right now. I've been really inspired by these like question mark headlines. I want to make a video on like are candles really toxic question mark, and I think it kind of opens the door for like this is the question that's going to be answered, and like I'll do all the research for you. So I've been really inspired by that. What is a somatic workout? Here's what to know about one of last year's most Googled fitness trends, and I don't even know what it is. See, I'm literally going to take this title. I'm not saying I'm gonna make this my YouTube title, but I'm gonna take it and put it in my master video ideas list. Another thing I keep seeing on all these websites is like soft workouts. So I'm gonna write what the fuck is a soft workout. It's kind of more the key terms I'm looking at, and then like I don't really know what my full-fledged idea would be on a soft workout or a somatic workout, but that would take a little more brainstorming and like think time than right now while I'm filming this. So that's something I'll definitely flesh out after this video. Okay, so with that, something I'll also do for market research once I almost hang up this FaceTime is go to other creators that inspire me and just get inspired. I think it's really important when you're planning your content to get inspired, see what's trending right now, but like how can I make it my own? How can I level that up? How can I make it more me or like more my viewer? For me, I think of my viewer as someone just like me who's a 9-to-5 girl hustling and really wants to take care of themselves and feel better, but like doesn't want to spend $1 million, doesn't know where to start. Like it's all so overwhelming. So like you can come to my page and see what resonates with you of all the things I've tried and like get all your information in one pop. So with that in mind, I'm like, what would that person be interested in seeing? Maybe my 9-to-5 morning routine. I think a lot of these girls on the internet do their morning routines and they're just wellness influencers. And I think a 9-to-5 morning routine for the wellness girly who's also stressed as fuck could be a good one. I like that. I definitely want to make sure to do a morning routine this month. So let's dive in. I was using Rella to plan my videos, but something I started doing on the fly was like putting video ideas in my calendar. You could see here I have a bunch of like random titles and stuff that I want to do. That's for some reason, even though I have the master video list, it's just how I operate. Like in mid-workday, I'll throw it on my calendar. So let's go through these ideas and plan out the month of content. So what do we got? We have all of my uploads for the month on YouTube, and then I make sure that I'm always putting the filming dates as well, because if I just come up with a bunch of video ideas and don't put systems in place to make sure that I'm actually uploading them, I'm setting myself up for failure. So I have my uploads all good to go, and then in yellow I have my filming dates, and actually this is pink too, but whatever. And then I have my podcast episodes over here in pink, and then the recordings are like on different dates on my calendar. Content planning is done. I think I'm gonna leave half marathon training and all of the prep that goes into coming up with my plan and programming for that for the first video. Actually, it is set to go live around February 7th. The last week of February is going to be my first week training. So the Sunday before that, I will like plug everything into my calendar calendar, do the planning, the prep, all of that. So it'll be in that video that I have planned, which is first week of half marathon training. So was gonna do a plan with me here for it, but we're just gonna leave it there. And thank you so much for watching. I hope this wasn't too overwhelming. I hope it was realistic. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Comment down below your goals for this month. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, all the things. I love you so much. Mwah.